I have a genuine question. Has anyone actually learned something valuable in school? Through our junior year of high school, young PJ and I, we started a business where if you watched a lot of the videos, you would know what that business was. I'm not going to go over that now. But during COVID, because at the end of junior year, COVID started at March of 2020. That was our junior year of high school. Everything got shut down. And so our business got shut down. We weren't doing anything. And I decided, well, instead of playing video games all day, I like this business stuff. I don't know what I want to do with my life, but let me at least start studying and trying to educate myself. Up to this point in my life, I did not learn a single valuable thing from school. That is from pre-K to junior year of high school. I thought that I hated learning. I thought that I hated education. But in reality, that was just because school fucking sucked. And the way that I learn is not by someone standing in front of a class and telling people what to think. I learned by trying to think for myself and coming to my own conclusions based upon my best educated guess and trying to figure shit out. And so I started reading pretty much everything I could get my hands on. And then that was throughout summer, and my senior year came up, and instead of going to school, I decided a better use of my time would just be to continue to educate myself, because the only thing that matters are what skills do I have that I can provide to the marketplace. Because all the epicenter of capitalism and how to make money is, do you provide value? And money is just a way to store the amount of value that you have provided. So if you spend all day working, you are in turn using your energy to get, which is in turn stored energy. And that is in the form of money. Or for us, it's going to be dollars. Or if you're overseas, whatever your currency is. The way you attract as much of this currency as humanly possible, this stored energy, is by providing as much value to the marketplace as possible. It's, in fact, not getting a degree or going to college or any of these things. I wanted to make money. I was explicitly clear with that. And when I thought about it rationally, it was, I can either continue to go to high school and then go to college and then try and get some sort of job, where I knew that if my goal is to make money, I want to learn from someone that has made money in the past. So why would I do that from a college professor that has never actually made any money? They learn a course and they just tell you what to say, or they tell you what to think, and you are graded based upon what the right answer is. You're told not to fail. You're told that there is a singular answer that is right or wrong. It's very black or white. When in reality, the answer is almost always gray. And my goal is actually just to fail as much as humanly possible, which is the opposite of the incentive systems that school has provided. So I would ask anybody this question: have you actually learned something in school? Because there is not a single point in my time that I can think that I actually learned. The only thing that I learned how to do was cheat, which now I actually think is a good thing. And funny enough, one of the guys that I'm really good friends with, Robert Kiyosaki, he's kind of a mentor. I work with him now in a lot of different cases. He said he is rich because he is lazy and incompetent and he knows how to cheat, which is the worst thing the school system tells you to do. He said, the best thing you can do is cheat. You should be cheating, finding the best accountants, lawyers, doctors, all the smartest people around you. They should be the ones doing everything for you. You should be able to collect resources and have them do all the work that you need to be done because they are the smartest people. The same thing in school, when I would try and sit next to the smartest person in class and become best friends with them, and then I could look at their paper and they would let me see their homework and I could pass it in last second. And so anyway, senior year of high school, I just stopped going to class, and I became hyper obsessed with learning and educating myself. I ended up studying every single second of every single hour. My mom can definitely testify to this, because I was just reading every single business and macroeconomic book I could get my hands on, then listening to every single podcast. And I would write down every single word in the podcast that was being said. And there would be an hour-long podcast. And I would write down every single word because I didn't understand it. And I wanted to understand it. As opposed to school, I didn't see the value of what I was learning as to how that was actually going to benefit me in the future. But when I decided my own path, I saw the end goal and the benefit that I could potentially get. And I knew that my goal was to apprentice myself under someone who was already a successful entrepreneur. And I really wanted to work for this guy, George Gammon. And there was dozens of other people that I was reaching out to. just about every single week asking to work for them for free. I had quite a bit of money saved up, so I offered to pay $20,000 to work for people. I'd offered to pay a percentage of what I earned for the rest of my, or for like 10 years to the rest of my life for some people, to work for them. And I got some responses and I became friends with some people because of that, but nothing materially came. And I was getting pretty desperate because every single time when you're a senior in high school, everyone says, well, where are you going to college? What's your plan? And I was like, fuck, I know I'm not going to college and I'm going to figure something out, but I don't have a good plan right now. And so I knew that was disappointing to everyone around me. And so I was getting really desperate. And when you have nothing to lose, you can try pretty stupid things. And so what I ended up doing was getting this guy George Gammon's logo tattooed on my leg and flying across the country and asking him for a job. Which that ended up working because it was pretty crazy and he'd definitely not seen that one before. The main thing that I really hated about school was that it made me hate learning. And I thought that I hated learning, which is criminal because there's nothing I enjoy more than learning and trying to get smarter and educate myself towards things that I actually enjoy learning about. And I'm sure so many people are in that camp that are misbelieved that they don't want to do anything and they don't want to learn anything because fuck school. That's what it made me think.